This is 37th Street Radio and TV, and of course, we are out here hooking up with the best of the best when it comes to interviews. And today we have another special guest. So, guest, please introduce yourself.
Well, hi, my name is Natasha, and I'm a video director.
Yes, so we'll just go straight into it. Like, how did you find yourself in film?
I had a friend in high school who was very into films, and like he used to read the scripts. He always, and he would always just come and tell me about it. And he wanted to go to film school. And I don't know, that kind of sparked my interest. And I was like, okay, I want to do film as well. I would like to learn it. It just seemed like a very interesting world that I would love to get into. So yeah, that's basically what sparked my initial interest in the beginning.
So you studied it, you went to school, or you are just self-taught?
At first I was self-taught. I was in USIU and I did so many different courses. And while doing those courses, like I still really wanted to do film, right? So I was still like teaching myself. And then finally they introduced a course, a filmmaking course. And I was like, okay, perfect. So now I had to, all those years I had spent in school doing all those other courses just went down the drain. But I was like, at least this is something I really want to do. So yeah, it doesn't matter how long it was gonna take. So I was like, okay, that's great. So yes, I did end up going to school for film, but initially I was self-taught. Yeah.
So, like, why did you see the importance of going to school? Because I believe when you are starting out and learning by yourself, you already acquired the skill. So why did you really feel like you have to study for it?
Because I was like, since this is something I want to practice in person, why not just then have the degree that I'm doing align, because like what would be the point of, let's say, doing something else and I'm not even gonna use that degree, you know what I mean? Even though even in this industry, the degrees, it doesn't really matter if you have a degree or not, but I was like, I'm already in school, the course is here, and yeah, let me just at least align with what I'm actually doing in real life. Yeah.
So after now studying, when did you start now pursuing it professionally?
Okay, so what would professionally mean? Like what would you define as professionally?
Like maybe guys are now you have the knowledge and now you want to participate in shooting these films, shooting these music videos, maybe just working with people in these events. When did that start now?
That's interesting because that started even before I started doing the course. Yeah, that I started shooting in 2018 and I started with music videos. So yes, that's when I would say I started professionally, but I would say I feel more professional now just through the experiences and what I've learned. So I would say now, like 2020, I would now say like professionally.
Yeah, now from you starting out, I'm really interested to know, like, you see these film equipment is usually very expensive. Now I really don't know how you raised capital to get the equipment.
Yeah, so basically I just decided to save up for a Sony camera, and that's what I use till this day. So I was like, so at first I had like a small Canon, and I was like, okay, this is great. At least I was doing some internship at that time, so I was able to like save enough money and then buy myself this small Canon. And then with time, I was just like, okay, let me get these jobs, let me do this, let me keep saving. And then at least I was able to sell that Canon camera and then add it with the money that I've been saving on top. And then I was able now to buy myself a more professional camera to be able to like use and kickstart my career better. Yeah, But trust, that saving happened for some time. It happened for a really long time.
So I want you to talk about starting out and people don't know you. People at that time, maybe you had not created a name for yourself. People, you are really not known in the industry. So how was it proving to people that you can really deliver?
I would say it's a lot, and I would say it's something that I think I also still keep having to face, like trying to prove myself, because number one, I'm a woman in a very male-dominated industry. But I would say in the beginning, because I was doing like music videos and working with artists, especially like female artists, at least that really helped, like, you know, progress my name and help my name get known out there. And then also social media, you know, and going out to certain places where you meet artists and creatives, you know, have conversations with them. Yeah, that was something that really, I would say, helped now get my name out there.
Yeah, I saw that you have done a video with Boutros, and Boutros blew up 2018, 19, if I'm not wrong. So how is it working with an artist like that? How was the experience?
It's cool. Are you talking about the YM Life video?
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. No, he's really cool. He's amazing with direction. He is just, you know, he's made for the camera, I would say. And I love working with people like that, where you're not forcing them to do something. You're not like, it's not frustrating to work with them, you know, like people who can easily take direction, people who are not camera shy as well. And, you know, if you're an artist and if you're a musical artist, you know, you're going to have to be on the front stage. You know, people will want to take pictures of you, people will want to like film you and stuff. So yeah, I love working with people like that. And Lucius was amazing, such good energy, I would say. He has really good energy.
You can mention other names that you have worked with in the industry.
Yeah. I have worked with Valerie. I have worked with Daisy, or rather, Oh Happy Day. I have worked with Nviri, however, as a art director, not really a director. Who else have I worked with? With Benzema as well on the YM Life videos. Yeah, like that's what I can think about off the top of my head when it goes back to like music, you know, artists, music artists. Yeah, but now the rest is like corporates and stuff. Yeah,
So,
sort of.
yeah,
Yeah.
so I'll go a little bit technical. So you have mentioned Wendy Kimani. I've seen that you also did a video with Wendy Kimani and Steph Capella. I don't even know if you remember. Maybe you have
Oh
already.
yes, I forgot. Literally, yes, with Wendy and Steph Capella. Oh my God, yeah.
So I just want to ask you, like working with an artist who is singing, is very soulful, and then working with a trap artist like Boutros in terms of now video shooting, because I also watch these trap videos from abroad and I see how the editing is very different because these trap artists are usually very lively. So I just want to ask you in terms of editing, a trap artist and an artist who sings and is very soulful. In terms of editing, where do you get the most problem, or you have to use a lot of time and skill?
I would say with the trap artists, because they always want so many edits, but they don't want like the video, the visuals itself to be like beautiful and cinematic and like a story, right? But like with soulful artists, like they are willing to make sure that we get the video good so that when we're editing, we're just doing cuts and the story is beautiful. To be honest, yeah, I personally don't like working with trap artists because yeah, they're also sometimes they can be a pain to deal with. They always want to drink on set. Sometimes I don't like having intoxication on set because it's just it becomes chaotic and then they become hard to work with. So that's even why I was like very much over doing music videos. Yeah. And just decided now like to get into doing more brand work and like short films as well, and fashion videos. Yeah.
Now, about the industry still, and this is just video directing in Africa generally. We have been seeing, like even when you look at these commercials and adverts, some of them are even shot in South Africa, yet we have video directors in Kenya.
Yeah.
And also, I don't know, there's this notion in Tanzania and even in Kenya, the biggest artists go to Nigeria or South Africa to shoot music videos. So you being in the industry, I just want to ask you, like, does it mean that Nigeria and South Africa are ahead of us in terms of skill, or what does this really mean?
Okay, so first of all, there's a perspective that I think a lot of people need to look into, which is that the entertainment and arts industry here is very new, right? Even it means they're more skilled than us because there's also so much talent in Kenya. But they are more experienced than us. They have an industry that has been there for very long, and also their government like works to make it happen. So yeah, here our government apparently there was like a, a fund that was supposed to go into filmmaking, and like it didn't go anywhere. Like the money that was allocated apparently was eaten. So
I also want to ask you about licenses, and this is another issue that I would really like you to touch on. In other countries, from the information that I have, you need less licenses to even shoot, but in Kenya, you need a couple of, I don't know how many licenses. So is it true? How is it easy? Is it easy or hard to get these licenses?
it's hard to get these licenses because I think you have to go through, what is it, KFCB? I've forgotten the name, but you have to go through Kenya Film Commission. Yes, you have to go through Kenya Film Commission. And yeah, also they're very pricey. And if you are an upcoming, filmmaker or videographer, it's equipment is expensive, like we were saying. So on top of buying equipment, now you have to get all these licenses just so that you could be able to shoot, and then even like shooting at locations as well. Like now they also want to charge you like ridiculous amounts of money. And I've heard abroad, like you can just go to a restaurant and they will allow you to shoot. They're not going to ask you for any money, not going to do that. Even you can shoot in the streets in town, you can do all of that. But here in town, like if you're caught with your camera and you're shooting, like they'll even try to take you to jail, which is actually so stupid. So yeah, I think our country just makes it hard for artists all overall to thrive. But we're we're holding it up. Yeah.
In future, in this filmmaking game, where do you see yourself? Maybe do you want to shoot movies? Are you comfortable with just doing commercials, music videos? Like, where do you see yourself? Are you seeing yourself now maybe building a production house and doing movies? Like, what do you see yourself in future in this filming game?
I do see myself as a filmmaker for sure. That's why I initially got into this, because I just want to make like films and maybe series and tell stories, you know. I guess it'll happen whenever it happens, but that's exactly where I see myself as a filmmaker, you know, documentaries, movies, series. Um, yeah, also I don't mind doing commercials because I love the creativity that is involved, you know, like you can do whatever you want, you know. And I also just see myself breaking like all the boundaries that are there right now in the film industry in Kenya. I want to do things differently. I want to shake it up, you know. I want to remove all the rules that they think that we have to follow and just break them all and everyone to just love it. Yeah.
Yeah. So since you started until date, I know you have done a couple of projects, but I just want I want you to tell us, like, what are some of the things that when you sit down, you are like, this is an achievement to me. Like, I feel so privileged to have maybe met this person, maybe done such a project. You can just share with us your achievements. Maybe you traveled somewhere. You can just share with us.
I would say for me, for sure, it's the spicy season video for sure. That was really amazing, and also it really helped, like, you know, get my name out there. So I would say that's one thing I would say is a great achievement. I would say another great. I'm really bad at like celebrating my wins. So sometimes something will happen and it might have been a great achievement, but to me I'm just like, okay, it's still not exactly where I was. So I don't know. I'm just never satisfied and like, yeah. But I would say that one for sure is like one great achievement. I felt like, yes, I did this. Yeah.
So, as we are finishing up, I just want you to talk about, to advise guys who are starting out, maybe they want to be videographers or they just want to pursue anything in art. I don't know what you have seen in the industry that you can tell young people maybe to not to go that direction or to go that direction. You can just share with them an advice maybe.
Mm-hmm. I would say number one, believe in yourself. You know, it's a very creative job. So it's like, for me, I feel like when I'm making videos, it's like I'm painting, right? So it's very personal to me. And sometimes that can give you a sense of like imposter syndrome or like, okay, you don't have to put this work out, but I would say just put it out. Even though it may feel like you are exposing yourself, just put it out. You don't know how far that can go. And then networking is so important. I would say just go to places where you can meet other like-minded people. Go to places where you can, you know, you can be able to talk to certain people, because that will actually help you go really far. And also just be realistic with your goals and take each day one step at a time, because like you plan and God laughs. So yeah, that's what I would say.
Thank you so much for giving me a time. I wish you all the best.
Thank you as well. Thank you as well. It was lovely talking to you. All right, I will